Hey guys, Velkhana here, and welcome back to Monsters Rise Sunbreak. Man, we are in Title Update 5, and I've been meaning to get around to doing these solo, but I haven't had the time to. And also, my internet hasn't been the best, so I haven't been able to do this either. Or so I haven't been able to do, like, uploads on my hunts on time, like my fail hunt with Velkhana, my fail and successful hunt with Velkhana with a few friends, and then also the hunt I did with a friend against Risen Crimson with Valstrax. All of these without commentary because I wanted to try to get these videos when they try to get these videos out at the time, but sadly I wasn't able to, and also due to where I had to record these, I couldn't do commentary. So yeah, now I'm just gonna say it now, this build I'm using is actually not from Title Update 5 whatsoever. Or there's actually nothing from Title Update 5 in this build, other than the fact that I have stronger armor. Or not stronger armor, well, basically my defense is just higher. And the only reason why my defense is higher is because I fought one of the Title Update 5 monsters, had that recording, and found out that the audio part of the recording got messed up. So, yeah. That was the thing that happened. But I think there isn't much else I need to go over too much. However, I will go ahead and state my opinion on these fights, and I want to apologize once more. I am so sorry these videos are so incredibly late. Like, obviously you guys probably saw there was a Teostra video. You kind of have to hear me explain, which, fun fact, since that was the third time I had to record it, I literally recorded that the perfect time. I wish I understood what goes on in my background sometimes, but sadly I'm not ever going to. But Velkhana. I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't find Velkhana that bad in this game. In fact, I found Velkhana to be a lot easier. Okay, well, let's leave so that raw jungle will become hostile. So, yeah, I've been meaning to get around to hunting Velkhana solo, and I've just yet to do so. So yeah, now it's actually time to take down the iceborn wyvern. So Velkhana, this fight kind of plays like how I did in World. Big kind of, because this fight is actually easier, even without the movement options and stuff. I'm gonna say it now, this fight would probably be much easier. Not that this is a bad thing, honestly, because Velkhana isn't that much easier, other than the fact that Velkhana just... Other than the fact, like, Velkhana does a lot more damage to make up for this fight being a little bit easier to comprehend, I guess is the best way of putting it. Because I'm pretty sure when you first get to Velkhana, you're probably not going to have a very fun time with this hunt. Because Velkhana tends to be a very big pain. But Velkhana, I'll be real, it's a bit easier for a few reasons. But talking over what's better about this version compared to World is that Velkhana, like, the fight with Velkhana here isn't stupid, like with the constant freezing or her really odd hitboxes in World. And quite frankly, I'm okay with a slightly easier fight with it becoming a bit more enjoyable. Because this fight, I'll say this much, the fight isn't that much easier, but it's noticeably easier compared to her fight in World. And before people say I'm used to fighting Arch-Tempered, I've actually never fought Arch-Tempered Velkhana before. So... Okay, grab that and then... on the Wyvern Ride. And... my experiences with Velkhana have always been kind of positive ones, as I've really never had any problems with this monster. Obviously, if we're going to talk Iceborn, that's an entirely different story, because I actually hate this fight in Iceborn. And I use Hammer in Iceborn. So... but as a whole, I'm just not fond of this fight in general in Iceborn, and I don't think it would matter what I was using. And I'm not using a bowgun in freaking World. Because I don't... if I'm out of a hunt, I'm not killing it in 5 freaking minutes. Okay, here's another thing. This attack. So, here comes the beam. I'm sure in smaller areas this attack is more threatening. But if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't find this attack that threatening at all. And I feel like the thing is, even with the movement speed difference, Velkhana is just an overall easier monster in this game compared to how she works with Pearl. One of the big things is her armor. Her armor does not work anywhere. Case in point, all of her armor breaks at once, unlike before. Which... it feels weird that that's the case. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. And... honestly, her tail's a thing that you still need to worry about. Her stabby stab tail. As the thing about Velkhana is that Velkhana hits very hard, but once you learn her attack, she's not so bad. And get stabbed. Intempered Heart. Because I'm sure there's people who can easily kill March Tempered Velkhana in a faster time. I'm talking solo, not like a group of people. Obviously, I know like there's people like Team Darkside who are just ridiculous. But overall, the positives of Velkhana, again, this fight is much more fun. And overall, I do like the look of her attacks. And Velkhana is still a pretty tough fight for this point of the game. Though if I were to say like between this update and the last one... okay, that's still one thing that does bother me is how she's able to shoot through her walls. But here it looks a bit more reasonable. And I'll say it now, this was a nice and lovely and wanted addition. I'm okay with having this Ice Elder Dragon here in Sunbreak, because I think, okay, it's not even a meme anymore at this point. Like, it's just safe to say that there's too many fucking fire monsters that were added. And don't get me wrong, there are some pretty cool ones. Like Violet Misusune was really cool. Though, if I'm being perfectly honest, I would have preferred if it was a thunder monster, maybe. Because the thing with Sun... what's funny is that... I feel like one thing with this was that there's just like not enough of certain type of monsters in Rise. Or Sunbreak, just because there's like no water monsters in this game. But then again, there weren't really many water monsters in Generation 5 in general, I don't think. Like, some of the noteworthy ones that came up are Kuroko Gebuke and Gyrotodus, but I think everyone knows I know this is gonna sound stupid, but I, honest to God, prefer I would prefer. Plus, you have to drive those any day. Hold up one moment, guys. Sorry, guys. Well, I got something I need to do after this recording, and hopefully I can finish this hunt really quick. I will go over a little bit of the armor, but I'm not going to go over. I'm just going to go over the armor, and I'm not going to talk too much about the weapons. I'll say it now, if I use some of the weapons that could use Velkhana's, the gimmick that Velkhana's armor gives, I'd probably be a bit of a bigger fan, but compared to some of her other weapon choices, she just has... There's just better weapon choices of her element, honestly. And yeah, but overall, I give this fight a positive review. I love this fight. The thing about Velkhana is that, again, like, people who fought her are gonna know she's faster, but honestly it's a bit easier. She just hits really hard to make up for it. And yes, maybe not as crazy as some would expect, but again, like, she can do some pretty gnarly damage to you very quickly. And there's one little touch that I very much like about Velkhana in this game. Okay, I guess her wings are a hard spot. You stop trying to stab me with your stabby stab tail. And, well, there isn't really much else to say. This is a fight that's going to come to its close soon enough. She's probably going to try to run. No. Nope, she's running. Damn it, couldn't stop her this time. Because I'll be real, I just didn't see it being worth my time to fight her again. There we go. Yeah, they brought this song back. Love it. 13 minutes. So, a little bit longer this time, but considering I did have a bit of a fail on it because of audio quality. I wanted it to be fun. I did unmute, right? Okay, thank God. Okay. But yeah. Velkhana. Honestly, a good fight. For those except for Frostcraft, obviously it's in the game because Velkhana's here. Though, I will admit, I'm not much of a user of Frostcraft, quite frankly, because I just don't see my weapon being able to get the use out of it that others can. If you guys hear me crunching, it's because I just got some chips. Oh, I'm a little hungry, sorry. But yeah. Good fight, no mantle. Going over the armor really quick before I need to skedaddle for a bit, which I'll probably do within my solo hunt with Risen Crimson Glow a bit later in the day. Maybe. You guys can see I already fought one of the new monsters in the game already, so I can totally fight. But yeah, this is the armor set. Pretty good set. Slottage is good too. Could be a little better, but pretty good. Now, I only made the helmet because the helmet's pretty good for what I usually use it for. Every longsword player is going to be using this. Like, I'll be shocked if they're not. Honestly, decent. Rem Coil. Pretty much two great sword sets, but maybe hammer. And then, don't you nerf this, Capcom. This is amazing. But, yeah. That'll be all for this episode. Sorry I have to end it on a quick note, but I am needed. So next episode we'll be hunting Crimson Glow solo. I guess until then, this is Velkhana signing out. Bye guys!